Hello crafters, I am back. Please excuse my super messy desk. Just want to show you how I arranged the pictures on the page. They're already glued down. The mechanisms work fine because we gave enough wiggle room under the mechanism for this to work. As you can see, even here it's not going to bang into this. Ta-da! Okay, same on this side. I'm not a lefty, so it's a little bit more difficult for me to work with my left hand to pull on this. But believe me, it's enough wiggle room and everything works perfectly. Now, the thing that bugs me the most, it's all this empty space. Now, I know here I'm just gonna think about something, as I come across other types of papers to see what I can put here. But here it completely bugs me. So what I have decided to do is, because I have these two cute little pieces from the same paper collection, I wanted to do another, how do you call it, pop-up element, because just like the picture in front, see, and I mean in the back, sorry, not in front. So I wanted to do, but I'm not sure if I should do it like this or I should do it like this. If I do it like for the pieces to go towards the back, that means when it bends in front. And this is where I have the space, though. If I do it like this, the pieces, and I have the space here too. So most likely I would like to do it so it's, when you open the pages, it opens like this, so it's towards you and not see the opposite of what we have in the back. So what I did for that was to measure one of the pieces. This piece is, sorry, my piece is 1.5 inches. What's wrong with me? My piece is 1.5 inches. So I would like to give a little bit of a border. So that means it will be 1 5/8 in the end. And this piece is 2 5/8. So it will be like 2 3/4 for a little bit of a border. But in order to create that pop-up, I need here to have a score line and then continue the exactly same size of paper. So that means that the length of the paper I'm going to cut is going to be 5.5, which is 2 3/4 plus 2 3/4. But as you can see, this piece is 2 5/8, right? 2 5/8. I want to leave a little bit of a border, which makes now 2 3/4. So then it's 2 3/4 plus another 2 3/4 to create that pop-up. Also, for this side, where I said that I'm having 1.5 inches plus a little bit of a border, which which is going to give me 1 inch and 5/8. But I also need to create the pop-up, so for that I need an extra 1/2 inch border. So therefore, in the end, the piece that I'm going to use as a backup to create these pieces as pop-ups is going to measure 5.5 by 2 1/8. Okay, that's because I gave myself a 1/2 inch border. This will become the base that will create the pop-up. So our pieces are going to be glued down here on each side with a little bit of a border that I wanted. Okay, so therefore I scored in the middle so it's 5.5. So in the middle it's on the 5.5 side I scored in the middle of 2 3/4, and then on the 2 1/8 side I scored at 1/2 inch. Okay, the other thing is, because this 1/2 inch piece is going to be visible on this, and I didn't want really to have that. So with some paper same as my background, I actually cut it's a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch. It's actually 3/8 of an inch. No, yeah, wait, what? Let's see, it's 5/8, I'm sorry. So it's a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch. It's a 5/8 of an inch. So we are going to glue this down here. So now let's work on this, because like I said, of course, you're not going to be able to make the exact same album as me. It's because here I'm already working with the picture given by my customer. She didn't want to go through the trouble. And actually, sometimes I work better like that, especially when I have so many elements. I would like to see what picture she's got, especially that she's from Nepal, and these pictures were taken a long time ago. And back then, there were no standard, or the standard sizes that used to exist then for the pictures are not the same standard sizes that we have nowadays. So that's the reason why, although I did cut them down, but believe me, originally none of these pictures had the same size to be, for example, 4 by 6. They were all different sizes, smaller and bigger. So therefore, in this case, I adapted them for my project, and I cut them down in order to be able to fit them as I wanted on my pages. So I'm going to close this for the time being. Oh, and this is the family tree that I put here. This comes with it's a paper from the paper collection. I'm gonna put this on the side, and we are going to work on this for the time being. So I already put double-sided tape on the back of these two pieces, and this is a cute quote. It says, "Family, the link to our past and the bridge to our future." So I'm going to remove the double-sided tape, and I'm going to attach it with just a little bit of a border. Once again, I'm showing you how to do this in case you want to do this for any other of your scrapbook pages on like when you use those I don't even know how to call them, tags that comes with it, like like you have these pages. I'll show you right now. Like you have these pages with, I think it's called tags, and maybe you want to use them to do like a pop-up element on your pages. That's the reason why I'm showing you how to work with this. And see what a good thing that I keep pieces, all the pieces. I'm not gonna throw anything away until the project is finished, because you never know when you're gonna need just a little bit a piece of this, but because you already used all the pages in your collection, now it's like, now what? Now I gotta find a replacement or something that, spend time to find something that, can still work with the colors of your page. So I'm gonna glue this on the other side. Oops. Actually, you gotta make sure that we are equal with the other one. We are on the same level. Okay. This hangs a little bit. I'm okay. Actually, I kinda like it. I wish I did this one this way, that it hangs a little bit. So I want this to open. Hang on a second, I can't remember now how I want it to open. I wanted this to open like that. So I'm gonna crease it this way first. No, I want it like this. I'm sorry, guys. I want this to open like this. So it's basically the opposite from the one in the back. Okay. Let's put this on the side now. So now on the opposite side of this, I'm going to glue this piece down. Okay. So firstly, I would like to use some black ink to ink it. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to use some tape to attach it to this. This is 3/8 of an inch. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to use to, hang on a second, let me think. Because this for me is a brand new idea, so I'm trying to think properly. So yes, so on the back of this piece, now it depends when we're going to do these flaps, I'm going to use these flaps towards the back, okay? So therefore I'm going to glue this piece down here, like that, probably like a 1/16 of an inch away from the score line. So I'm going to apply the double-sided tape, but I'm going to be as close as possible to one of the sides. Okay, so see how I applied the double-sided tape? Remember, this is 5/8 of an inch. I applied it as close as possible to one of the sides, and this is the side, the one that is close to the tape, that I'm going to, so this side, the one with tape too close to the side, that I'm going to glue down on this. Okay, let's remove this and so don't glue it exactly on the score line, on this long score line. Glue it around 1/16 of an inch. You need to leave some space to that score line. Okay, I kind of messed it up a little bit, but it's alright. I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna go back again with some black ink. Perfect. So, wait, I want it to open this way, right? Gonna close it in the direction that I want it to open when it's a pop-up. And don't worry, this cracks here because we are going to cut that piece. So now we are going to cut diagonally from where that score line is all the way down like this. So from the score line to there. Okay, so we chip that. This is exactly at the bend. Okay, and now we are going to bend this back on the score line. That's why I was telling you guys to leave some space. This I would like you to how do you call it, to score. Perfect. And I really wish I put tape on this before I did the cut, but it's okay, because like this I don't have end-to-end coverage, and that I don't like. So now we can add some tape right there. Actually, you know what, since we have here, how much we have, 5/8, I would like to use 1/2 an inch tape. Half an inch. Okay. Perfect. And I'm gonna come in and put 1/8 of an inch too, just to, so you know what, I'm gonna come in the 1/4 of an inch. The tape is going to overlap, but it's fine because it overlaps on its own. So I'm gonna put, like, I'll show you right now, I'm just leaving like a 1/16 of an inch from the score line. So I would like this to be like this, and this is the time when you decide how much this piece, you want this piece to open and where. So I think I kind of like it here. I'm gonna make a tiny little point with my pencil. Okay, this is the score line, the full line of your page. So the score line of your the folding line of your page has to meet with this full line here. Okay, so to glue this down, I'm going to remove the glue on one side. This is not going to be too easy. Okay, and fold back any hanging glue. Okay. So I'm closing it. Okay. So we said I want it like this. I'm gonna close it, and I'm gonna make sure that my score line meets that point. Wait. Just double checking, and also to make sure that when it folds down, it's not going to jump outside the page when it's flat down. So I'm gonna put it like that. Okay, one side down, and see how it kind of blends in now because I put the backing. I'll show you right when I'm done. Now I'm gonna remove this tape. This quarter of an inch tape twisted all over the place, so I'm gonna throw the one down. I'm gonna fold this over, and I need to apply again a quarter of an inch tape. Where is my thingy? Forget it, I'll cut it this time. Okay. Removing the tape backing. Fold back whatever you have hanging glue. And now when I close my page, making sure that, yeah, see, when I close my page, the bigger picture comes in the way, so then I'm making sure that that's out of the way. See how I'm pressing it down here, so I can close it, and now we should be all good to go. Now I'm gonna press down, make sure that everything is in place. I'm gonna use a little bit of a bone folder. And there you have it. See? Now we have a nice quote along with that goes with the page, because this is like the family tree in a way. And there you have it. So this is how I used those tags that come with the paper collection to make a pop-up element. So now when I close it, everything folds out perfectly and comes up perfectly. Ta-da! Alright, so next step is going to be continuing with I think page 2 if I'm not mistaken, and with our cute pop-up element. Bye for now.